Hello and welcome into another edition of the Arizona State Sun Devils Insider Podcast. My name is Kevin Hickson. I'm your lead beat writer for the Arizona State Sun Devils on SI, and I am so grateful to be joining you once again on this back-to-back edition of the Insider Podcast. And I am here to really discuss a several recent developments within the Arizona State football program, namely the news that broke on Thursday afternoon that an Arizona State assistant coach is uh, possibly leaving to the NFL level, and another bout of recent recruiting victories. So let's get into the report from Mike Garafolo, NFL insider, that offensive coordinator Marcus Arroyo interviewed for the quarterbacks coach position with the New York Giants. This is interesting for several reasons. As I mean, the most interesting one right off the bat is that this is not an ideal time for a coach of Arroyo's magnitude to depart Arizona State. It's very late in the process to find a replacement that you're very likely to be enthralled with. But at the same time, it hasn't been that long since the Giants filled out their coaching staff. So it's you can't blame Coach Arroyo if he ends up getting that position. The Giants recently hired Matt Nagy as their offensive coordinator, and obviously he has to fill out his staff around John Harbaugh. But at the same time, it would be unfortunate for the Sun Devils. They'd probably promote somebody in-house, but I can't say for certain. I mean, Sean Aguano did have play calling duties when he was interim head coach in 2022. So you could look there. Could be Hines Ward. Could it be Jason Mons? I don't know. That's just a hypothetical. I don't even know if Coach Arroyo is leaving, but just the fact that that's on the table is fascinating. And also the fact that he will be reunited with former Arizona State running back Cam Scadaboo if he were to take the job, even though he's quarterbacks coach. It's well known that position coaches interact with different players. It's not just a monolith. It's not just quarterbacks coach interacts with only quarterbacks. It's a collective effort, and that would be fun, especially if Jordan Tyson gets drafted to the Giants as well. That would be something that would be worth monitoring. Uh, and yeah, it's just a report for now. He just interviewed for the job. There's no guarantees that he's going to take it, even if he gets offered. It possibly could have just been a let's get our feelers out thing. Let's see how we really get along together. It's sometimes these interviews are just preliminary things and they don't have a lot of weight to them. We'll see what happens. Uh, I would love for Coach Rose to stick around. He was an extremely great interview every single week during the football season. Just the definition of a professional, and I loved watching him coach as well. Um, that leads me into the second half of today's show to talk about another recruiting victory that the Sun Devils secured on Friday morning. So Arizona State secured the commitment of a commitment from 2027 wide receiver Tyson Johnson out of Chaparral High School in Temecula, California. This is the third player to sign with Arizona State during the 2027 or as a member of the 2027 class. Tyson Johnson is a top 60 receiver in the 2027 class, top 50 player in the state of California, and top 500 nationally, according to the 24/7 Sports Composite. He has very solid size already. I believe he's listed at 6'3". Arizona State beat out schools like BYU, Cal, Kansas, and Oregon for his services as well. And he's the second player from California to commit to Arizona State in the 2027 class. The other one is another receiver in four-star Nico Bland. And the third player that has committed is quarterback Weston Nielsen, four-star recruit, top 200 or roughly top 200 player in the class of 2027 right now. And Arizona State's momentum keeps on rolling and rolling and rolling on the recruiting trail. Tyson Johnson was a part of that major push that the Sun Devils made last weekend in Tempe in terms of hosting a slew of highly coveted recruits. Uh, that resulted in local offensive lineman Ben Lothar, including them in his top 10 after previously decommitting from Stanford. Jake Hildebrand already confirmed that Arizona State is going to be in his final five. And Noah Roberts has seemingly been very, very impressed with what he's seen with Arizona State. He's taking into account the job that Sean Aguano has done. Arizona State's just a machine as a recruiting entity. They might not get the volume of a 4 and 5 star recruits that a school such as Ohio State or Oregon gets, but it seems like they're becoming more and more competitive with those blue chip 4 star recruits on a yearly basis. Uh, the the fact that facilities are set to be improved in the near future is certainly a drawing point. The plethora of position coaches and assistants with phenomenal track records has to be a major drawing point as well. That's why Hines Ward is bringing in so many high level players. They want to play for a coach like him. Deron Reynolds, Saga Tuatele, the list goes on and on and on. And the fact that Coach Dillingham is uniform in his approach, if he wants you, he'll let you know that he wants you. He's 100% unabashedly uh, honest about things. And I think that players and prospects respect Dillingham's approach that he never really switches up, that he really shows that he cares throughout the process, and it's not you're not just an entity or a prize to be won, that you are a player that needs to be developed and needs to be looked after and all that. And if I was an Arizona State fan from the fan perspective, I would be absolutely thrilled with what's going on. I think that I'm excited to be covering a lot of these uh, great talents, especially in the 2026 class that are already in the state of Arizona and Tempe. Got to talk to Jake Fetty the other day. He seems like a very nice kid. Um, yeah, Arizona State is continuing to make a mark on the recruiting trail, and the Sun Devils have about 10 months until the early signing period, so there's still a lot of time to go before then. As for the 2026 class, they are continuing preparations for spring ball, which is set to take place in a month to a month and a half, roughly in that range. And I'm going to be there covering spring ball for each and every one of you. Until then, I'm going to keep you updated with all of the most recent updates within the Arizona State football program. And I just want to thank each and every one of you once again for tuning in to another edition of the Sun Devils Insider Podcast. Your support keeps me going each and every day, and I will see you with another episode tomorrow. Thank you so much.